Hi friends, my name is Dr. Vikas Kumar, and today we have very interesting topic, and we are going to discuss about importance of marketing, scope of marketing, some core marketing concepts, forces defining the new marketing realities, holistic marketing philosophies include, as well as we will discuss what are the tasks which are necessary for successful marketing management. Let's start with the lecture. If we talk about the marketing, marketing is about identifying and meeting human needs and social needs. One of the shortest definition of marketing is meeting needs profitably. When Google recognized that people need to more effectively and efficiently access information on the internet, it created a powerful search engine that organized and prioritized queries. When IKEA noticed that the people wanted good furnishings as substantially lower prices, it created the knockdown furnitures. These two firms demonstrated marketing savvy and trusted turned private or social need into a profitable business opportunity. Finance, operation, accounting, and other business function won't really matter without sufficient demand for a product and services. So the firms can make a profit. In other words, there must be a top line for there to be a bottom line. Thus, the financial success often depends on the marketing abilities. Marketing's value exceeds to society as a whole. It has helped introduce a new or enhanced product that ease of enrich people's lives, and successful marketing builds demand for product and services, which in turn creates jobs by contributing to the bottom line. Successful marketing also allows firms to more fully engage in socially responsible activity. According to the American Marketing Association, marketing is the activity set of institution and the processes for creating, communicating, and delivering and exchanging the offering that have value for customers, client, partners, and society at large. In the other words, marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets and getting, keeping, and growing the customer through creating, delivering, and communicating the superior customer. Usually, marketers markets 10 main type of entity, which are goods, services, event, experiences, person, places, properties, organizations, information, and ideas. Let's take a quick look at these categories. Goods are physically goods constitute the bulk of most countries' production and marketing efforts. It includes cars, television, machines, and other mainstreams of the modern economy. Services are, and if we talk about the services as economies advance, growing proportions of their activities focus on the production of the services. And services include the work of airlines, hotels, car rental firms, barbers, beauticians, maintenance and repair peoples, and accountants, bankers, lawyers, engineers, doctors, software programmers, and management consultants. We talk about the events. Marketers promotes time-based events such as major trade shows, artist performance, and company anniversaries. Experiences are like by the orchestrating the several services and goods. A firm can create stage and the market experience. Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdoms lets customers visit a fairy kingdom, pirate ships, or haunted house are the example for the experiences. Persons are the artists, musicians, CEOs, physicians, high profile lawyers, and financiers, and other professionals often get help from the marketers. Places include the cities, states, regions, whole nation, complete to attract tourists, residential or factories and company's headquarters. Properties are intangibles, right of ownerships to either real properties, real estate, or financial properties like stocks and bonds. They are bought and sold, and these exchanges requires the marketing. Real estate agents work for properties owners or sellers, and they buy or sell residential for commercial real estate. Organization include the museum, performing arts organization, corporations, and non-profit. All use the marketing to boost their public image and compete for audience and funds. However, information is essentially what books, schools, and university produce, market, and distribute at the price of parents, students, and communities. Ideas. Every market offering include a basic idea. For example, social marketers promote such ideas as friends don't let friends drive or drunk. If two parties are seeking to sell something to each other, we call them both marketers. A marketer is someone who seeks a response, attention, a purchase, a vote, a donation from another party, called the prospects. There are eight demand states: negative demand, non-existent demand, latent demand, declining demand, irregular demand, full demand, over full demand, and in the last, unwholesome demand. If we talk about the negative demand, it is the consumers dislike the product and may even pay to avoid it. And non-existent demand is the consumer may be unaware of it or uninterested in the product. Latent demand is consumer may share a strong need that cannot be satisfied by an existing product. In declining demand, consumer begin to buy the product less frequently or not at all. In irregular demand, consumer purchase vary on a seasonal or monthly or weekly or daily or even a hourly basis. Full demand. In a full demand, in consumer are adequately buying all the products put into the marketplace. In over full demand, more consumers would like to buy the product than can satisfy. Unwholesome demand, the consumer may be attracted to the product that have undesirable or social consequences. In this slide, five basic markets and their connecting flows are shown in the figure. Manufacturers go to the resources markets, raw material markets, labor markets, and money markets. Buy resources and turn into the goods and services, and sell finished product to the intermediaries who sell them to consumers. Consumers sell their labor and receive money and which they pay for goods and services. The government collect tax revenue to buy goods from resources, manufacturers, and intermediaries and markets, and use these goods and services to provide the public service. Each nation's economy and the global economy consist of interacting the set of markets linked through the exchange process. Figure shows how sellers and buyers are connecting by four flows. Sellers and goods and services and communications such as ads and direct mails to the market. In return, they receive money and information such as customer attitude and sales data. The inner loop shows an exchange of money for goods and services. The outer loop shows an exchange of the information. And in each case, the marketer must identify the underlying causes of the demand states and determine a plan of action or shift demand to the more desirable state. And markets are, and traditionally a market was a physical place where buyers and sellers gather to buy and sell goods. Consumer markets are like companies selling mass consumer goods and services such as juices, cosmetics, athletics, shoes, and air travel established to strong brand image by developing superior product and services, ensuring its availability and backing it with the engaging communication and reliable performance. Business markets are when companies selling mass consumer goods services often face well informed professionals buyers skills at evaluating competitive offerings advertising and websites can play a role but the sales force and price and the seller's reputation may play a greater one. Global markets are when companies in the global marketplace navigate cultural language, legal, and political differences while deciding which country to enter, how to enter as exporter, licensors, joint venture partner, contract manufacturers, or solo manufacturers, how to adapt the product and services feature to each countries, how to set the prices, and how to communicate in a different culture. Non-profit and governmental organization are when a company selling to a non-profit organizations with the limited purchasing power such as the churches universities charitable organization and government agencies need to price careful for a product. To understand the marketing function, we need to understand the following core set of the concepts. Let's discuss about the needs, wants, and demands in detail. Needs are the basic human requirements such as for air, food, water, clothing, and shelters. Humans also have strong needs for recreation, education, and entertainment. These needs become a want when directed to specific object that might satisfy the need. A USA consumer needs food but may want a Chicago style deep dish pizza and craft beer. A person in Afghanistan needs food but may want rice, lamb, and carrots. Our wants are shaped by our society and demands are want for specific products backed by an ability to pay. Many people want a Mercedes, only a few people can buy one. Therefore the companies must measure not only how many people want their product but also how many are willing and able to buy it. These distinctions shed light on the criticism that the market get people to buy things they don't want. Marketers do not create needs pre-existing in the market. Marketers might promote the idea that a Mercedes satisfy a person's need for social status. They do not, however, create the need for the social status. Usually, customers have need of which they are not fully conscious or cannot articulate. We can distinguish five type of needs. Let's discuss all the needs in detail. First is status needs. For example, the customer wants an expensive car. Real needs. If the customer wants a car whose operating cost, not initial price, is low. Unstated needs such as the customer expect good service from the dealers. Delight needs, for example, the customer would like the dealers to include an on-board GPS system in the car. And the last secret needs, for example, the customer wants friends to see him or her as a savvy consumer. Responding only to the stated needs may shortchange the consumer did not know much about the tablets or computers when they were first introduced, but Apple worked hard to shape the consumer perception of them. To gain an edge, companies must help consumer to learn why they want this product. Let's talk about the targeting, positioning, and segmentation in the detail. Not everyone like the same cereal or restaurant, university, or movies. Marketers therefore identify the distinction or distinctive segment of buyers by identifying the demographic, psychographics, and behavioral differences between them. They then decide which segments present the greatest opportunity for each of these target market The firm develop a market offering that is the position in the target buyer's minds as delivers some key benefits. For example, Volvo develops its cars for the buyers to whom safety is the major concern, positioning them as the safest customers can buy. Porsche target the buyers who seek pleasure and excitement in the driving and want to make a statement about their wheels. Companies address customers' needs by putting forth a value proposition, a set of benefits that satisfy those needs. The intangible value proposition is made physical by an offering, which can be a combination of product, service, information, and experiences. If we talk about the brands, brand is offering from a known source. A brand name such as Apple carries many different kinds of association in the people's mind that make up its image. Creative, innovative is to use fun, cool iPod, iPhone, and iPad to name just a few. All companies strive to build a brand image within many strong, favorable, and unique brand association as a possible. If we talk about the marketing channels to reach target markets, the marketer uses three kind of marketing channels: communication channel, deliver and receive the messages from the target buyers and include the newspaper, magazines, radio, television, mail, telephone, smartphone, billboards, posters, flyers, CD, audio tape, and internet. And distribution channels help to display the sell or deliver the physical product or services to the buyers or users. These channels may be direct via the internet, mail, or mobile phone or telephone, or indirect with the distributors, wholesaler, retailers, agents, and intermediaries. Therefore, to carry out the transaction with the potential buyers, and marketers also use the service channel that includes the warehouse, transportation companies, banks, and insurance companies. The rise of digital media gives the marketers a host of new ways to interact with the consumers and customers. We can group communication option into three categories. First is paid media, which includes TV, magazines, and display ads, paid search engines, and sponsorships. Owned media are communication channels marketers actually own, like companies own brand brochures, websites, blogs, Facebook page, and Twitter accounts. Last one is the earned media, are the streams in the which consumers, the press, and other outsiders voluntarily communicate the something about the brand via word of mouth, buzz, or viral marketing methods. Impression occurs when consumer view a communication are a useful metrics for the tracking the scope of the breadth of the communications reach, and that can also be compared across the all the communication type. Engagement is a extent of the customer is attention or active involvement with the communication. It reflects a much more active response than a merely impression, and it's more likely to create value for the firm. Some online measure on engagement and Facebook likes and Twitter tweets, comments on a blog, website, sharing on video or other content are examples for engagements. The buyer chooses the offering he or she perceives to deliver the most value. The sum of the tangible or intangible benefits and cost. Value is a central marketing concept in is a primarily a combination of quality, service, and price, called the customer value triad. Satisfaction reflects a person's judgment of a product's perceived performance in the relationship to expectation. If performance falls short on expectation, the customer is disappointed. If it matches with the expectation of the customer is satisfied. Or if it is exceeded them, the customer is delighted. Now let's talk about the supply chain. The supply chain is the channel of stretching from or raw material to components to finished product carried to final buyers. As figure shows, the supply chain of coffee may start with the Ethiopian farmers who plant tents, pick the coffee beans and sell their harvest. If the sold through a fair trade cooperatives, the coffee is washed, dried, packaged for shipment by the alternative trading organization that pays a minimum of 1.26 pound. The ATO transport the coffee to the developed worlds where it can sell it directly via retail channels. Each company in the chain captured only a certain percentage of total value generated by the supply chain's value delivery system. When a company acquires a competitors or expands upstreams or downstreams, it aims to capture a high percentage of supply chain value. And if let's talk about the competition. Competition include all the actual and potential rival offering and substitute a buyer might consider. An automobile manufacturer can buy a steel from US Steel in the United States, from a foreign firm in Japan or Korea, from a mini mill such as a Nucor at the cost savings, or it can buy aluminium parts from Alcoa to reduce a car's weight, and engineered plastic from the Saudi Basic Industries Corporation instead of steel. Clearly, US Steel is more likely to be hurt by substitute product than by other integrated steel companies, and would be defining its competition too narrowly if it didn't recognize this. If we talk about the marketing environment consists of the task environment and broad environment. The task environment includes the actors engaged in producing or distributing and promoting the offering. These are the companies, suppliers, distributor, dealers, and target customers. The broad environment consists of the six components: demographic environment, economic environment, social cultural environment, natural environment, technological environment, and political legal environment. Marketers must pay close attention to the trend and development in these and adjust their marketing strategies as needed. The marketplace is dramatically different from even 10 years ago, with the new marketing behavior, opportunities, and challenges emerging. In this lecture, we focus on three transformative forces such as technology, globalization, and social responsibility. If we talk about the technology, it is the pace of change and the scale of technological achievement can be staggering. The number of mobile phones in India recently exceeded more than 500 millions. Facebook's monthly users passed 1 billion, and more than half of African urban residents were able to access the internet monthly. Therefore, the world has become a smaller place. New transportation, shipping, and communication technologies have made it easier for us to know the rest of the world, to travel, to buy, and to sell anywhere in the world. By 2025, annual consumption in emerging markets will total of 30 trillions dollar, and the contribute will be more than 70% of global GDP growth. If we talk about the social responsibility, poverty, pollution, water shortage, climate change, wars, and wealth concentration demand our attention. The private sector is taking some responsibilities for improving living condition, and firms all over the world have elevated the role of corporate social responsibility. Because the marketing's efforts extend to society as a whole, marketers must consider the ethical, environmental, legal, and social context of their activities. As social media is an explosive worldwide phenomena, empowerment is not just about the technology. Through a consumer are willing to move to another brand if they think they are not being treated right or do not like what they are seeing. Expanded information communication mobility enable consumers to make better choices and share their preferences and opinion with other around the world. At the same time, globalization, social responsibility, and technology have also generated a new set of capabilities to help companies to cope up and respond. One of the reason consumer have more choices is that the channels of distribution have changed as a result of retail transformation and disintermediations, and entrepreneurial retailers are building entertainment into their stores with coffee bars, demonstrations, and performances, marketing and experiences rather than a product assortment. Traditional companies engaged in the reinterdimensions and became a brick and click retailers, adding online services to their offerings. Some with plentiful resources and established brand names become stronger and contenders than pure and click firms. While globalization has created intense competition among domestic and foreign brands, the rise of the private label and mega brand and a trend towards deregulation or privatizations have also increased competition. Therefore, companies must always move forward, innovating product and services, staying in touch with the customers' needs, and seeking new advantages rather than relying on past strength. Moving forward, especially means incorporating the internet and digital efforts into our marketing plans. Marketers are increasingly asked to justify their investment in financing or financial profitability terms as well as in the term of building and the brand and growing the customer base. They are thus applying more matrices or brand equity, customer lifetime value, return on marketing investment to understand the measure their marketing and the business performance and the broader variety of financial measure to access the direct and indirect value their marketing efforts create. Increasingly, marketing is not done only by the marketing department. Every employee has an impact on the customer. To create the strong marketing organization, marketers must think like executive in other department, and executive in other department must think more like marketers. Let's talk about the marketing philosophies and marketing concept in detail. First of all is the production concept, and it is one of the oldest concept in the business. It holds that the consumer prefer products that are widely available and unexpensive. Managers of the production oriented businesses concentrate on achieving the high production efficiency, low cost, and mass distribution. The product concept proposes that the consumer favor the product offering the most quality, performance, or innovative features. The selling concept hold the consumer and businesses, if left alone, won't buy enough of the organization's product. It is practiced most aggressively with the unsought goods. Goods buyers don't normally think of buying, such as the insurance or cemetery plots, and when the firms with the overcapacity aim to sell what they make rather than make what the markets wants. The marketing concept emerged in the mid 1950 as a customer centered sense and a response to the philosophy. The job is to find not the right customers for your product but the right product for the your customer. Nowadays, companies and organizations are focusing on the holistic marketing concept. The holistic marketing concept is the based on development, design, and implementations of the marketing program, processes, and activities that recognize their breadth and interdependencies. Holistic marketing acknowledges that the everything matters in the marketing and that is a broad integrated perspective is often necessary. Figure provides a schematic overview of four broad components characterizing the holistic marketing. The holistic marketing consists of four dimensions. First is internal marketing, integrated marketing, performance marketing, and relationship marketing. If we talk about the relationship marketing, it aims to build a mutually satisfying long term relationship with the key constituents in the order to earn or retain their business. Four key constituents for relationship marketing are customer, employees, marketing partners like channels, suppliers, distributors, dealers, and agencies, and members of financial communities such as shareholders, investors, and analysts. Marketers must create a prosperity among all these constituents and balance the return to all key shareholders. To develop strong relationship with them requires understanding and their capabilities and resources, needs, goals, and desires. Two key themes of integrated marketing are the many different marketing activity can create a communicate and deliver the value, and second is the marketer should design and implement any one marketing activity with all other activities in the mind. Marketing succeeds only when all the departments work together to achieve the customer goals. When engineer design the right product, finance furnishes the right amount of the fundings, purchasing buys and right materials, production makes the right product in the right time horizon, and account measures the profitability in the right ways. Whereas internal marketing requires the vertical alignment with the senior management and horizontal alignment with other departments. So everyone understand, appreciates, and support the marketing efforts. If we talk about the performance marketing, it requires the understanding the financial and non-financial return to the business and society from the marketing activity and programs. Many years ago, McCarthy classified the various marketing activity into the marketing mix tools of four broad kinds, which he called the four P's of marketing, such as product, price, place, and promotion. The marketing variable under each P's are shown in the figure, where the product consists of the product variety, quality, design, features and brand name, packaging, size, services, warranties, and return. Whereas the price include list price, discount, allowances, payment period, credit terms provided by the companies. Promotion includes the sales promotions, advertising, sales force, public relation, direct marketing, and in the last place include the channels, coverage, assortment, locations, inventory, transportation of the organization. If we talk about the four A's of the marketing, according to the Jagdish Sheth and Rajinder Sasodia, poor management as a consequence or not knowing what drivers consumers is behind the majority of marketing failure. The author make the case that the consumer knowledge is much more reliable route to success. Their customer centric marketing management framework emphasized what they believe are the most important consumer value. Acceptability, affordability, accessibility, and awareness are the four A's of marketing. Where the acceptability is an extent to which a firm's total product offering exceeds customer expectations. The author asserts the acceptability is the dominant component of the framework and that begins in a turn is at the root of acceptability, where affordability is the extent to which customers in the target market are able to able and willing to pay the product's price. It has two dimensions such as economic, which stand for ability to pay, and psychological, which includes willingness to pay. Acceptability combines with the affordability determine the product's value proposition. Accessibility is the extent to which the customers are able to readily acquire the product, has two dimensions such as availability and convenience. Awareness is the extent to which customers are informed regarding the product's characters, features, or pursuit to try it, and reminder to repurchase it. It has two dimensions such as brand awareness and product knowledge. Given the breadth, complexity, and richness of the marketing, however, as exemplified by the holistic marketing, clearly these four P's are not the whole story anymore. If we update them to reflect the holistic marketing concept, we arrive at more representative set that encompasses the modern marketing realities like for another piece like people, process, program, and performance, and where people reflect in the part internal marketing and the fact that employees are critical to marketing succeed or success. Marketing will only be as good as people inside the organization. It also reflects the fact that marketers must view consumers as people to understand their life more or broadly, and not just as a shoppers who consume a product and services. Processes reflect all the creativity, discipline, and structure brought to marketing management. Marketers must avoid ad hoc planning or decision making and ensure that the state of arts marketing ideas concept play an appropriate role in all they do, including creating a mutually beneficial long-term relationship and imaginatively generating insight and breakthrough product services and marketing activities. Program reflects all the firm's consumer directed activities. It encompasses the old 4 P's as well as the range of other marketing activities that might not fit as neatly into the old view of marketing, regardless of whether they are online or offline, traditional or non-traditional. These activities must be integrated such that their whole is greater than the sum of their part, and they accomplished multiple objectives for the firm. We define the performance as in holistic marketing to capture the range of possible outcome measures that have a financial and non-financial implication, profitability as well as brand and customer equity, and the implication beyond the companies itself, social responsibility, legal, ethical, and the environment. Finally, these new 4 P's actually apply to all the dimensions within the company, and by thinking this way, managers are more closely align themselves with the rest of the company. There are three major market forces, two key market outcomes, and four fundamental pillars of holistic marketing that help to capture the new market realities. With these concepts in the place, we can identify a specific set of tasks that make up our successful marketing management and marketing leadership. We will use the following situation to illustrate these tasks in the context of the plan of the book. And these are the marketing management tasks, such as the developing the marketing strategies and plans, capturing marketing insights, connecting with the customers, building strong brands and creating values, delivering value to the customer and communicating value, and in the last creating successful or long-term growth. So friends, I hope that at the end of this lecture you would have understood the basic concept of marketing. We shall be taking complete series of marketing management in coming days by taking more in detail about the marketing aspects. Definitely book material and online material is available on this topic, but this is the way that it becomes easier and thoughtful process, because when you go to the market and join the companies, what you need to have a thoughtful process, and examples and case studies should be at back at your mind. So that is all about today from my side. If you have any question and queries, you can comment below. I look forward meeting you again. I hope you enjoyed watching this session. Thank you so much.